So in this one, we're going to look at the executive arm of government, and majorly, we're going to see that we're going to look at the president, his powers and the duties, and then we are going to look at the ministers and the ministerial responsibility. So we realize that executive is the arm that is in chapter 7 of the Constitution, which is headed by the president. When you look at his functions under Article 98 of the Constitution, he shall be the head of state, he shall be the fountain of honor, the commander-in-chief. So those are some of the functions of the president. He has various duties, and then he has various privileges, such as presidential immunity, again under Article 98. And then this president has got some powers. Which powers we are going to see? He has certain powers, such as the power to declare a state of emergency under Article 110. Asobola declaring a state of emergency. He has the power to declare a state of war under Article 110 of the Constitution. The same president has the power to appoint top judicial officers and top other officers. He has the power to appoint cabinet ministers. He has the power to forgive, which we call prerogative of mercy under Article 121 of the Constitution. The same president has got a lot of powers. But the question is, what are some of his powers? Some of his powers is to appoint cabinet ministers, as we have seen. So we have to see, while the ministers have been appointed, they fall part of the cabinet. But the question is, how do they react, or what do they do? So we are going to see that there are two kinds of ministerial responsibility that we have in law. So the first ministerial responsibility is what we call collective ministerial responsibility. So you have to look at provisions of Article 117 of the Constitution, 118, going upwards to find out what I'm talking about of collective responsibility and individual ministerial responsibility. Collective ministerial responsibility, this is where the whole or the entire cabinet as a whole is going to be responsible for whatever has been decided in a cabinet meeting. So if you sit down as cabinet and you come up with a decision of a cabinet, or that has been decided in cabinet, all the members of cabinet should say or should believe in that decision. No one should go out in public and say, for me, I didn't agree with the decision. Why? Because by nature, cabinet ministers are collectively responsible for whatever goes on in cabinet meetings. Now, what will be the fate of that minister that will come out and say that, me, I didn't agree with the decision of the cabinet, and yet is a minister? So that person or that minister can be, they can come up with a vote of no confidence against that minister, and he can be removed from the cabinet. Then the other ministerial responsibility is what we call individual ministerial responsibility. Individual ministerial responsibility, this is where certain ministries are headed by ministers. For example, Minister of Agriculture is there, Minister of Finance, Minister of maybe all the other ministries. So various ministries are headed by certain ministers. So when something occurs in a certain department or in a certain ministry, so the head of the minister or that minister shall be responsible for whatever goes or went ahead to the people. So he has the duty or is responsible for whatever went or placed or went wrong in his docket or in his ministry. So basically that is what we should know with collective ministerial and individual ministerial responsibility, some of the powers, the duties and the functions of the president as the head of the executive arm of government. Thank you very much.